All right, let's do this. Bonus points if in this mess you can spot my cat. Alright people, it's truth o'clock and it's time to show you the final results of this decluttering session. Everything that I'm 100% sure of keeping is back either on the clothing rack or nicely folded in the drawers, in the storage bins underneath my bed, or on the hanging shelf unit. And I just feel so much better because even though I'm not getting rid of tons of stuff, I already have like a pretty small sized wardrobe. I still felt like there was way too much stuff in here. My wardrobe was the biggest that it has been ever since I've been living abroad, and especially ever since I started to live more minimally and to simplify my life, and I didn't really like that feeling. I'm about to show you everything that I am taking out of my wardrobe, either forever or temporarily. I have made 4 different groups. Group number 1 are the things that are so worn out that no further wear or repair or donation is possible. Group number 2 are things that I want to get altered somehow, because I think that with a small alteration or maybe a big alteration, I can definitely get more use out of that piece of clothing. Group number 3, why am I doing this? I usually do this. Group number 3 are the things that I'm putting temporarily out of sight because I am unsure of keeping, and I want to see if by putting them away I still am going to remember about them and reach for them anyway, or if by just keeping them out of sight I am going to eventually realize that these are not super necessary and I can perfectly live without them. And finally, the biggest group, group number 4, which are the things that I am 100% sure to get rid of. Let's start with the items that are too worn out to keep. Group number 1, I got 2 things. This is a pair of skinny jeans that I am sure the camera cannot pick up how disgusting, worn out, ripped, and just falling apart these jeans are. These are from Everlane, and I have worn these, well, saying a ton is reductive. I tried to repair them already, and the fabric is now so thin that it just cannot be repaired any longer. Black skinny jeans are like a uniform for me. I have to have them in my wardrobe, so these are going to be replaced. But first, I need to get rid of the ugly looking, disgusting, falling apart ones. Item number 2, this used to be a long sleeve denim shirt, and if you go watch my first ever capsule wardrobe video, you're going to see this. That's how old this shirt is. It's 7 years old, and it got to a point where first I had to cut the sleeves off because the sleeves ripped in the elbow area. So I turned it into a sleeveless top. But there is a very big difference between things that are, you know, like kind of vintage looking and worn out looking, and things that are, you know, just too worn out. I still wear casual clothes and I dress casually, but I still want to look put together, and like my style has a sense. And this is seriously, no. Group number 2, there's only one item, which is this beautiful maxi dress with this very nice pattern. I bought this in Bali. It's been almost 4 years. It would be such a shame for me to, you know, let it go. I actually like it, and you know, it's just sparks joy, beautiful memories of a beautiful trip. However, the style of this dress is not something I'm actually really into these days, so I'm not wearing that much, which I think is a shame. So I'm thinking about altering it and either make like a top and a skirt, or just a skirt, or shortening the length. I'm putting this on the side. I'm actually thinking about talking about this project with a friend. She is very, very good with the sewing machine. She loves creating sewing projects. So I trust her opinion a lot. So this is something that we're going to discuss and try to find something that will give this dress a second life. Now, moving on to group 3, I only have 2 items, and the fact that I put them in the group of items that I'm temporarily taking out of sight, so I'm giving myself enough time to realize if this is something that I can live with or without, just kind of makes me think that I am not convinced about these already. And I know myself, and I've been decluttering and just kind of like living more simply and intentionally. It's been a few years, so I know already that this trick just not really works for me. I mean, I already know the answer, I think, deep down, so. But whatever, because these 2 items are not in season right now, I'm giving myself time to see if this is something that I'm going to reach for when these are in season. Item number 1 is something that I found in a box on the street for you to collect. And I just did my best. It was in really bad shape. And I did my best to kind of like, you know, spice it up and put it back into like a nicer wearable state. However, this thing is such a poor quality. I know already that it will be a complete fuss to take care of this properly. It's actually not bad. I mean, it's a large and long black sweater, which is a classic, and it's big and snuggly, and it almost looks like a dress, so it's actually quite versatile. But again, this quality is so bad. It's not the fact that it's made of synthetic fibers. I have other clothes that are made of synthetic fibers, but synthetic fibers doesn't mean poor quality, or at least not always. And the second item is this one, that if you have been following me on Instagram, YouTube, or whatever, you definitely have seen me wearing this 150,000 times. I thrifted this 6 years ago. It's originally from Uniqlo, and I found it at the men's section of the thrift store, and it's just a cashmere blend, so I really, really loved wearing this sweater. There is a very big difference, however, between oversized and way too large and loose. So this got to a point where it was oversized, and I really love wearing oversized things. I wear them like either sweaters, t-shirts, pants, whatever. But now, despite my best efforts to take care of this, I think it has lost its shape, and it's way too loose. So it looks really like questionable where I wear it. And I don't feel myself comfortable or nice when wearing this. So we'll see. And finally, the largest group. So things that I'm 100% sure of getting rid of. Item number one is a top that I actually found at a clothing swap. So I paid €0 for this one, and it's just too loose. I constantly have to pull it up and down to adjust it so you won't see my bra or bralette underneath. Nah. Item number two is a t-shirt from Everlane, which I actually have worn quite a lot. I'm not convinced about this anymore, simply. So this is going. Item number three is a dress that I don't know, I just don't think it's particularly flattering on me. I really love the pattern. Look at that. It's tropical leaves and flowers. It's just beautiful and bright and perfect for summer. But I've worn it so much over the past 4 years. The fact that right now I don't see myself particularly nice looking in this dress, it just kind of makes me question that probably this is not something that I still feel comfortable or very good at wearing. So pass it on to someone else. A long sleeve top that also I've worn the crap out of. I found this at a clothing swap 6 years ago. This is also like, it lost its shape, it's way too loose, and I constantly have to adjust it. Like the neckline, it's way too large and constantly falls off the shoulder. It just, no, I can't. I hate it. Next is this tote from Organic Basics, and this is also something that I've worn a lot. I mean, a whole lot. The reason why I'm getting rid of this is the fact that I consider myself someone who cares about the environment does not mean that I feel like wearing sustainable slogans all over my clothes and accessories all the time. And also, I no longer feel myself comfortable advertising Organic Basics as a brand. Reason number one is because it's just ridiculously expensive. They constantly like put their prices up, and that is a brand that I no longer can afford, so I don't want to advertise a brand that I'm not able to purchase myself. And second, I think that there are brands that are just as good in the sustainability and fairness type of field that are just of a better quality. So sorry. Then I got a beautiful jumpsuit from Everlane. I worn this a ton, but I think the fabric is a little hard to maintain because when I wash this and I take it out of the washing machine, it's covered in white stains and I hate it. And second of all, this used to be oversized and now it makes me look like I'm wearing a clown suit. So I am willing to give this to someone else. And finally, a pair of jeans, wide-legged jeans. My mom gave these to me and she said, oh my God, they fit you so well. They no longer fit me, please keep them. Well, they do fit nicely, but the thing is, while I am perfectly comfortable in wearing wide-legged pants, like, I don't know, culottes or just loose, flowy pants, I hate having so much fabric around my legs when it comes to jeans. These are just so bulky, there's so much fabric, and they make me look like my legs, like I have no shape. I'm basically like a giant tree, if that makes any sense. Also, they are a little loose on a waistline, and it's just so much fabric. No. This is the result of my wardrobe decluttering session of today. I really hope you have enjoyed this video and you have found some inspiration to maybe go raid your own wardrobe and see if there's anything that you can get rid of, alter, donate, reconsider, you name it. If this is the case and you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, share it, leave a comment below, and consider subscribing to my channel. If you still haven't, you would make my day. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in my next one.